Hello guys, Vizar here bringing you another Total War Warhammer replay with commentary. For today's battle we have the forces of Mighty Dowie, who are being led by Thoric Ironbrow on top of his Anvil of Doom, and we're going against the forces of Chaos, who are being led by Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, the tankiest guy in the Warhammer, Total War Warhammer world, I think. So yeah, both of the armies are great, and I was playing against one of the channel's viewers by the name of Mr. Teufel, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, sorry about that. But yeah, he wanted to try out his Chaos army against Dwarfs, so I picked a Dwarf army, which I think it's decent, really good, and his army is interesting as well. So yeah, let's just jump into the army composition and see what we have here. For my front line, I have a mix of Chaos Warriors, not Chaos Warriors, Dwarf Warriors with great weapons and Longbeards with great weapons. I think I have 3 Longbeards and 3 Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Or no, never mind. I changed it a bit. So we have 2 Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, 3 Longbeards with great weapons, and Ekron Miners, which I'll talk about in a minute. Why did I pick? We have 2 Gyrocopters with Brimstone guns, really awesome anti-large bullets. And we have Gyro Bombers as well, another great unit. You can use the ammo to slow the fast-moving units and catch up to them. This army is all about slowing the opponent here. So minus 35% movement speed and anti-large, and we have 2 units of Slayers, the Giant Slayers and Regiment of Renowned Slayers, Dragonback Slayers. And I also brought 2 Mercenary Engineers because first of all, they're really great, not for this map. In a minute you'll see why these trees really mess up my game there. And they have decent melee strength, they had armor piercing weapon strength, so decent picks overall. But with their flash bomb, which also slows and restock for all of these gyrocopters and this unit of gyro bombers and Ekron Miners, these guys are gonna be really good. Both of them have the same stuff. They have flash bomb and their restock. And for Thoric, I didn't bring the usual stuff. I brought Rune of Slowness because I wanted to slow other big units and use my Rune of Speed and Rune of Doom, so my Giant Slayers can catch any Dragon Ogre, Shaggoths, dragons or other stuff and bring them down. So that was my strategy, and yeah, so I think it's a decent army overall. For my opponent here, he has a really interesting strategy as well. I really liked it. We have 2 units of Chaos Marauders, 2 Chaos Marauders with great weapons in the front line, 4 Forsaken, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4 of them, and 3 units of Marauder Horsemen, good against Gyrocopters. And that's not all. We have Chaos Chariots as well. Most of these units are non-armor piercing weapon strength, beside these Chaos Marauders. That's why my opponent brought in a combination of spells, which is really nice. First of all, 2 Chaos Sorcerers on top of Manticore, really great pick. These guys can chase Gyrocopters and give you a fast-moving Goon Squad. They also have Terror, which is really nice. Both of them have Forbidden Rod to give power reserves, and the Shadowcaster has access to Withering, which reduces armor by 30%, and leadership by 8, and the Chaos Sorcerer of Death has a Soul Blight, which also reduces armor by 30, and it also reduces armor piercing weapon damage and base weapon damage as well. So both of these spells are gonna go down, and these Forsaken are just gonna chew through everything, which was a surprise for me because I didn't expect it. And Prince Sigvald himself, really tanky guy. The Perfect Vigor is also really strong, immune to psychology, regen, and heroic killing bow. So he's gonna be a menace in this battle. Yeah, sorry about the yapping, guys. Let's just start a battle and see how we're gonna perform. So I was really confident about my front line. I thought that Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors are gonna be able to fight any infantry, while my gyro bombers and gyrocopters just throw their bombs at them. I thought I had decent pressure on the range units or on large units with these engineers, master engineers, and yeah, so anti-large for large units and slow. So gyrocopters, this is how you're supposed to play with them. Just shoot and then move or scoot and then just turn around and immediately shoot again. Look at that damage. 2 volleys from these units and these guys already lost a third of their firepower, which is really nice. And now I'm shooting the Chaos Sorcerer. It is slowed, suppressed. Now that means these guys are gonna get more shots in, because as I said, these guys are slow. I don't know if my opponent knew that I didn't have any large units, but I put my money on these master engineers to support any units that are chasing. I use the rune there, the rune of slowness, and these on one of these guys to shoot them down. These guys can't chase everything at the same time, so that's nice. Another thing is that this is a mistake. You shouldn't chase the gyro bomber. You should chase these gyrocopters, because if these guys lose model, they lose some of their ammunition. I mean, one of them isn't shooting a third of their ammunition, and they lose firepower, which is nice. So as I said, I didn't really care about the infantry, which kind of was a mistake. I mean, again, I should have just checked these guys' spells, and I could have realized what my opponent's plan was. But overall, still, I wasn't that scared. Some Chaos Marauders are gonna push through, which is not nice. I just want to get rid of these horsemen. These guys are annoying, so yeah, I have to be careful about that. Rune of Doom going down. These Longbeards are gonna fight decently, but look at this. Both of these spells have gone down, and I think that, yeah, both of them are upgraded, so it's an area effect. These guys have 55 armor, which is really low for dwarfs, and yeah, the Forsaken are gonna do so much better now against these guys. So yeah, still shooting the Marauder horsemen. I want to bring these guys back to shoot at other stuff, especially these casters and chariots who were hiding in the forest. Now they're out as well. These guys are gonna be another source of pressure. I had to send my slayers into these guys to hold them in place, because yeah, a lot of units did win against the front line, my dwarven front line. So now I have to bring these guys here and yeah, try to throw some bombs here. Let's see how we're gonna do here. This is gonna be a decent throw. I couldn't control them properly because yeah, I usually just drag my mouse, click and drag my mouse, but each time I did that, my mouse clicked on one of the units and just yeah, deselect my gyrocopters, which is annoying. Another, yeah, this is interesting as well. Rune of speed going down. Look at the speed of these guys, 153, which is insane. I don't think we have any units with that speed, even with abilities, so that's nice. Now I'm gonna kite these guys easier and shoot them. I think I used both of my restocks on one of these units. I clicked on both of these guys. I mean, I grouped them with one button, so both of these guys unfortunately used their ammunition right here. Use both of their ammunition on the gyro bombers, which is not bad. The damage is really high, the missile strength is really high, and it also slows, so maybe I would have done that anyways. At this stage, my giant slayers and Thoric has to hold all of these units in place. Look at them, there are a lot of them, so I have to use my bombs as soon as possible. I was able to get rid of both of the casters. At least these guys are kind of gonna be not useful anymore because they lost a lot of HP. 400 on this one, 300 on this one. Again, gyrocopters coming in, throwing some bombs, doing a lot of damage. I just need to bring my gyro bomber as well. This unit's bombs is really strong. Maybe I want to use it on these guys before I move in. Some longbeards and dwarf warriors have rallied, and that means I'm probably going to be able to save Torek. But as I said, Sigvald is relentless, chasing these poor Rune Lord everywhere he goes. Bombs going down, really nice. Both of these guys are wavering. But another thing that was really annoying was that Sigvald has a really high mass. He just pushed through all of my dwarfs, which was freaking annoying. And yeah, he just moves with his 40 speed, which doesn't get reduced because of his perfect vigor. And yeah, he just chased Torek wherever he went. And the trees were really annoying. Look at that. I'm not sure how much, but I missed a lot of shots because they just went through the trees. They didn't went through it, but they hit the trees, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have had moved these engineers in decent positions to shoot Sigvald while he's chasing Torek. Torek is tanky, but unfortunately, not tanky enough. And as I said, I wasn't able to hold Sigvald in place. Look at this. He just moves through everything and then hits Torek, which is which was really annoying. We're doing some damage in return, but the healing is there. I'm even trying to use my gyro bomber to hold Sigvald in place. I use a rune of speed to give these guys more attack, to try to surround him. That's why I brought these master engineers to try to hit Sigvald a bit because of the trees. I think I would have missed a lot of shots as well. But yeah, let's just take an overlook of the battlefield. We've been able to do fine. All of these skirmish units are done. A lot of infantry are also running away. So we have been able to do well in that regard. But one of my master engineers got his salad tossed by Sigvald, who is chasing the other one. I used the flash bomb here to reduce his melee defense while chasing him with the giant slayers, doing some damage, trying to use suppress ammunition, suppressed debuff on him. He had 4 speed a few seconds ago, which is nice, but there are some infantry trying to cut off my master engineer's path here. I was able to move in. Now they're trying to stop the giant slayers from chasing, which was really annoying. I just can't say how frustrated I was from doing so well in the middle of the game battle, but right now I'm just in such danger because if Sigvald is able to kill master engineer, I will lose this advantage I have in the balance of power. And then even though I used another restock here, there wouldn't be any more. So yeah, I just have to move into the melee with him, and he probably would have won with his 60 melee defense and 70 melee attack. He just can beat everything, and that probably would have caused my army to rout. Still, again, I'm trying to do everything I can to save this master engineer, but Sigvald, he's just not gonna stop. Probably gonna kill my master engineer here. I brought all of the gyrocopters here to stop him from attacking. The giant slayers with their 10 models are probably doing the most damage here. Some of the dwarf warriors and is that the no, there are no more longbeards remaining, so just these 2 units. Let's fast forward a bit. My master engineer is routing. I was hoping he would come back. He might, because his leadership is 0 and nothing is chasing it. Sigvald is really low, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. He still has 700 HP, and my units are very wavering. The Dwarf Warriors were able to get here. They have 20 models, which is nice. Master Engineer is back. I'm moving in to try to use my last flash bomb, or is it last? Is it numbered? I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm trying to use my flash bomb to reduce his melee defense so that these guys can hit him. 300 HP, and finally finally we might be able to do it. Let's see. Yeah, he finally gives up on the battle, and yeah, he was such a menace for me for the last part of the battle here. That's usually happens with Sigvald. You have to leave him alone and try to throw everything at him in the later stage. Look at the damage value, 4,000 damage value. He costs around 1,600, which is insane. So let's see. Torek, 600 damage value, not the best. He costs about 2,000 gold on top of his Doom Anvil. But yeah, what can I say? These guys were there for their utilities. The trees really screwed them over. Interestingly enough, Dwarf Warriors, both of them paid for themselves. Ekrons Miners unfortunately got gooned by the sorceresses and chariots and other stuff, so excuse me guys, not the best performance. Interestingly enough, the Longbeards also didn't perform, which was kind of a surprise for me, because yeah, as I said, the stacking of armor reduction was really strong. These Dragonback Slayers did okay, not the best. They had to fight the Forsaken, so that's one of the strongest units against them. But the Giant Slayers, with their armor piercing and really high weapon strength, were able to do fine. All of the gyro units did great. All of them paid for themselves. This one did really well. It's nearly was able to accrue double its cost. The other one also really good, maybe 50% more than its cost. It was able to accrue that much. So yeah, we saw Sigvald 4,000 damage value. The casters didn't do too much in the damage department. Forsaken, all of them did great. This Chaos Warrior also did great. Yeah, but I was able to shut these guys down, and the chariot was slowed, I think, by the rune and brought down by the Giant Slayers and some shots from the gyrocopters. So GG to my opponent, Mr. Teufel. Really great army. I enjoyed our battle. So GG, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you guys consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would really help me and my channel grow. And I have a Discord server, guys. If you guys wanna chat, hang out, talk about builds, sending replays for me to cast, or you want to just play with me, just yeah, find the link in the description is there, and you can click it. So that's it. Catch y'all later. Bye.